So I guess my question is, do we actually see Blue Farm playing this, or does this go somewhere else?
MTG Basics. Keep it basic.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nameless cEDH Podcast. I'm Raul, and I'm joined by the myth, the man, the legend, Joseph.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you, Joseph?
Doing wonderful. Like I told you, didn't get enough sleep, but that's okay because that's my fault.
That is very relatable for me, for reasons that we're about to uncover.
Yes.
We're super excited for today. As a side note, the Broncos are playing today,
Yes.
and I am going to their game, so I'm really
You're
happy.
going to the game?
Yeah, I'm actually going to the
Oh
game.
my gosh.
I know. I'm excited.
That makes sense.
I haven't gone into bed.
Let's ride.
I know it's gonna be a bye week essentially because we're against the Raiders, and the Raiders are kind of dog water. So I'm excited.
I've seen crazier
They're
things
dog
happen to
water.
the Broncos.
No,
I'm not
that's true.
saying it's going to be free. I'm just saying I've seen crazier things.
Watch us lose.
To the refs again?
Oof, I'd be so sad.
All right.
Anyways, we're here to talk about Avatar,
Avatar.
Frenzy at the Falls,
Tournaments coming up.
some giveaways.
Some giveaways.
Did
Did someone say dual lands?
Did someone say dual lands? We have the dual lands there, Joseph.
What? I sure do.
Wow. So as folks know, we were doing a giveaway because we hit our 7,000 subscriber mark, and we're really excited and very thankful for folks supporting us through this journey. So we decided to do a YouTube and a Discord giveaway, and we'll be doing that here shortly.
Yes.
I have to apologize to the Discord folks because that was a crap show, and it was not very clear on what you needed to do. So I apologize. I woke up very early today to make sure everybody was accounted for, and it was a journey, but we got there. Everybody's accounted for.
They're all in a spreadsheet. We promised you guys are all in there. Even some people that might not have actually been in there are in there. So we just made it simpler. Okay.
I mean, if you attempted to participate in the giveaway, you're in.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited. We actually had a lot of people entry, and we had, I think it's 115 and 106 respectively. We actually had more people in the Discord participate than the YouTube. So
thank you guys for joining.
Thank you. We appreciate folks joining on the Discord. Hopefully, you can join us and talk about the Broncos or other things you like there.
That's what'll be happening today. You'll see the channel being like, oh God, the Broncos are gonna lose. Oh, we won again last second.
I'm sending pictures. I'm going to be sending pictures on that chat of my experience. I'm really excited. So
Right.
we've got part to do. I think we're kind of ready to do the giveaway.
Yep.
Joseph is going to start pinging people, and let's go.
I'm gonna do the first one for the Discord, and then once someone responds to that, we'll do the one for the YouTube. So here goes the Discord. And now we wait.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay,
42.
Do the next one quick.
All right. And then it was 106. Oh, I can't paste. Why can't I paste? All right. And another for 106.
We have 42 and
67.
Guy, I was going to complain to you. I was actually like, if somebody said 67, I'm going to scream. I'm going to ban them. But they beat me. Oh, they did 67 twice. That's funny.
Yeah, he did it for both.
That's funny.
All right, so we have number 42 for the Discord and 67 for the YouTube.
Okay, let's find out who wins. So YouTube is which one? Sorry.
The YouTube is, oh crap, I just lost it. It is
67, isn't it?
the YouTube is 67. Yes.
So I am not going to attempt to pronounce the name. L got 3 GT. Congratulations on your plateau.
Boom.
Send us an email or the Discord message, and we'll get you that plateau. If you don't claim it in a week or so, we will be giving it away to somebody else.
You can also just text in general chat and be like, oh my gosh, that's me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then 42 for the Discord.
42.
Thank you,
This one's going to
to
be
get this scrubby dub.
because this is where everything happened. And Evan yelled at me twice. Dad was not happy with me in the way we did the giveaway. Oh man, can I find 42?
42. Oh gosh, they're not in order.
No, it's supposed to be random.
You can type in like Control F. I think it'd be the best way to do it.
Gray.
Congratulations. Again, just let us know in either the general chat or DM us, email us, something like that. We'll get it to you if you respond pretty quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to write about a week. If not, we'll re-roll in the next video. But congratulations.
Scrubland for Gray and a plateau for a person whose name I will not be able to pronounce. Thanks again, everybody. We'll be doing another giveaway in our next mile marker, which is I think 10,000 subs. If you help us get to 10,000 subs in 2026, we'll be giving away Underground Sea. So no, I'm gonna have to be in a lot of tournaments too.
A lot of wins.
Yeah, it's gonna take you some time, but it's okay.
Don't forget there was also other goodies with this giveaway. We're not gonna show you all yet, but you got some other stuff coming, not just the dual land. So thank you again.
Thank you. All right, keeping us moving. As folks may or may not know, Joseph, myself, and Evan, Freedom Waffle, will be going to Frenzy at the Falls.
Yep.
A 10K tournament happening the weekend of Thanksgiving. They got a lot of cool events that are happening.
Oh, yeah.
That they have. I think the main events or the main header events are the cEDH event, which is a 10K basically, which can go up. I
10K
believe.
plus,
It'll,
yeah.
it'll scale up as a 10. And then I think there's a legacy event.
There's a
as
10K legacy event as well, yes. And I believe they actually just updated it a little bit. The legacy headliner, yeah. So they updated the price support. I think some people were a little concerned about how top heavy the top price support was, so they listened and changed it around. So thank you for them. No, there's going to be so many massive events like this legacy one, like some side events that are also, EDH.
It's like a full convention. I think it's probably similar to the invitational, if you will, where there's a lot of other things happening along with cEDH.
Yes.
Just to kind of get people together.
Vendors, artists, other things like that, right? There's going to be a lot going on. It's not just a little like one event. It's going to be a ton of stuff comes together.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's us.
Oh my goodness. We also have the opportunity to do some coverage for this event. So, which is coincidentally, it was pretty funny because we were talking about coverage because of the fishbowl, and then we got a text message not too long ago. I was like,
Paulie's like, yo, you guys want to cover this?
yeah. So we'll be doing it. Joseph will be doing their debut at casting. I'm really excited. We got him working, so
Myself and Hire, yep.
We got him working, and he's gonna make us proud and do a really good job. And then Evan, of course, is gonna be taking pictures, and I'll be doing my best to fight with that chat and help produce things. So
we'll
really
be
excited.
working back and forth with streaming. So
we actually got some really cool ideas, and obviously we're upgrading from our last streaming opportunity. So come check us out at the MTG Basics YouTube channel. That's where everything will be kind of being streamed out of, and we'll start streaming. I think it's like 9:30 a.m. Eastern time on the 28th.
We'll send the links pretty much everywhere, either the day before or day of. Make sure you guys can get it pretty easily. But I know that's been something in the past of like, hey, it's kind of hard to find the stream link. Like, no, we'll get it sent out. Make sure everybody sees it. Make sure it's gone. I like to make sure we do that. So
yeah. And last thing on this, my personal goal for this is that I'm going to play more than one game of cEDH. Last time I did something like that, I played a singular game of cEDH, and
just one.
I brought all my stuff with me and only played one, and it was against Evan Freedom Waffle. So that game I did not win.
Did Evan win?
He did win.
He did win.
He was seed 1.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So yeah, we're really excited for this, and we hope to see folks there. And if you do see us, come say hello. We do not bite, we do not smell, and we're friendly.
Yeah. Always try.
Great. Next topic we want to talk about is the Avatar set.
Dude.
Avatar set.
There's some really good cards.
There are some really good cards, but you know the most frustrating part is?
What?
Joseph Pigeon hasn't watched Avatar.
I've never watched it.
It is an infuriating thing to hear because it is such a great show.
I've never watched most TV and movies. I'm not a big like media guy like that. I use like, social media somewhat, but I don't really watch things. I'd rather be doing something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd rather be like playing or learning something or I don't know.
Wild. Joseph does not Netflix and chill.
I like to watch House. House is good.
Oh, God, out of all the shows, are you kidding me? There'll be a house set just for you, Joseph.
I'm also learning. There's some good medical stuff out there.
Anyway, become a doctor and be coming. So Avatar is a really good show. I think it's one of the best crossovers that I've seen. I think I finally got to the point where like Wizards is just gonna cross over everything essentially.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's just reality.
But we saw the 2026 lineup, and it's like 5 Universes Beyond sets.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but at least this one, it's something I really enjoyed and really liked as a kid.
Good.
So I really enjoyed the art. I think some of the flavors really cool. I'm really looking forward to some of these cards, and it's just honestly, I think it was a home run on like the Spider-Man set.
I think so too.
Because I think this one's more liked.
It's gonna be way better, and I think not quite the same, but I think it's gonna be comparable to Final Fantasy. This one actually has a lot of hype. There's a lot of good cards. The set actually looks quite good. It doesn't feel like lackluster like Spider-Man did. So I'm much more excited about this one than Spider-Man.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna talk about some of the cards that we're kind of excited for.
Yes.
I think the set's still releasing.
Yeah.
It releases in a couple weeks. So we might miss a couple cards, but
we're still getting some previewed. Even today, there's one I added from today that got previewed, and I'm excited about. So yeah, we might miss some. Sorry if that happens, but we're gonna go over like what we think are like generally the best cards we've seen so far for cEDH.
So we'll start. The first one, to surprise to no one, we've been a broken record about this one, the Cabbage Merchant.
Holy crap!
Card's
I'm
good.
excited.
I'll read it to folks just in case you've lived under a hole for the past, I think 3 months or so. It is 2 and a green, legendary human, legendary citizen, human citizen, which says whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, create a food token. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, sacrifice a food token. Tap 2 untap food tokens you control, add 1 mana of any color. Which is pretty good.
In Stack Wars, when your opponents have to be fighting to win, or Born Upon a Wind, or any of these effects, or even just casting a Soul Ring, you know, whatever it is, you're making half of a mana every time, which is phenomenal. This also works through things like Null Rod because you're not tapping the foods to make a mana, you're activating the Cabbage Merchant's ability to make a mana. So you're getting around some stacks pieces, you're making mana very quickly, kind of like a Lotho in a certain way. Maybe even better, maybe a little worse depending on the situation, but very, very good ramp. And guess what? You don't have to sacrifice the food tokens to add mana. You just tap the food tokens. So when you untap, you have all that mana again still, which is really good. I'm excited about this card.
I think
so
this
hard.
card is good. A few clarifying questions to see if you can answer for the audience is,
Yeah.
so whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, so if 2 creatures deal combat damage to you, you will sacrifice 2 food tokens, correct?
Yes. It's whenever a creature. It doesn't say
Yeah.
one or more creatures. So it is any number is that
Very,
many.
very interesting, you know, I like thing to point out.
Yes.
Because anytime he does have that kind of wording, it's important to know that.
It's
And-
not just one.
Yeah. And then the other one is a couple of synergies with this card. Would folks ask, does this work with Kinnan? I.e., does this make an additional mana with Kinnan?
No, because you're not tapping something to pay cost. You're tapping the two things to add mana, which is different than like tapping Soul Ring to add mana because that's on the card. This is an activated ability of Cabbage Merchant to tap something else, which is not quite how Kinnan is worded. So it doesn't work extra.
It works with Delny in the sense that it will make an extra food token.
Correct. That one is crazy. Every spell is just a mana then.
Correct. But this is when it does not work in the sense that if you tap 2 on tap food controls, it does not add 2.
No, it just adds 1.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Just to clarify that for folks, because that is Magic is a very complicated game. And obviously,
Is it?
those were actually TNT cards, and I just wanted to check with somebody.
I definitely didn't know the ruling beforehand.
Yes.
No, I think this card's going to be quite ridiculous. We might see a good bit of the meta shift even around it itself. I'm not excited about that per se, but I'm excited about the card. I am a little scared if I'm still playing Rawl, how good this card is going to be against Rawl.
Oh my god.
Because, dude, I have to
Start him off, please, King.
Yeah, I have to spend 40 spells. That means you get 20 mana, right? Without a Delny, it'd be 40. To just have all the mana in the world. And if you also have a draw engine, you know, it's like a tithe, right? But I'm not drawing off tithe, so I don't care about that. This I care about because you're making mana and drawing cards for my spells, which is terrifying. I don't think I can push through Cabbage Band and Rustic. I think I can push through one or the other, but not both.
I think these cards are also really good right now because the amount of removal is really non-existent right
Yeah.
now.
We're going to have to be playing more removal, including Swords, Path, Deadly Rollock, because if you just bounce a Cabbage Merchant, they just replay it and have all the cabbages still, or the foods still. But if you Deadly Rollock it, the food tokens don't do anything anymore.
Yep.
They just kind of sit there. So you have to exile it, basically, which is very relevant.
A cool synergy that I was talking about last time was with the Cabbage Merchant. I started running again Calling Ritual.
Yes.
So those food tokens are going to be hanging out.
Oh my
and you
gosh.
can't pop all of them. And you're
No.
going to make a lot of mana.
You're going to make so much black and green mana. That card's going to get way better, too. I didn't even think about that. That Calling Ritual is going to be much better as a result of Cabbage Man.
Yeah. We'll see if people play it and if we're correct. But that's our kind of our hot takes. Not really hot. They're pretty milquetoast. I think this is very agreed
Lukewarm
upon.
takes.
There it is. All right. Next card.
Ooh.
Wan Shi Tong, Librarian. This card's talked a lot about.
I'm excited about this
Would
one.
you like to
too.
read it for
Yeah.
the class?
So it is a legendary creature, Bird Spirit. It costs X and 2 blue. It has Flash, Flying, and Vigilance. And says whenever it enters, put X +1/+1 counters on him, then draw half of X cards rounded down. Meaning you still draw some cards depending on what you pay for X, but not as much as you paid into half of it. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on Wan Shi Tong and draw a card. So we're getting a very similar effect to Archivist of Ogma, which has been a pretty good card in the format, not as much as of recently, but in general, right? It's a flash whenever opponent searches, draw a card. But this is Flash Flying Vigilance, so it is a good Timna attacker, right? It gets bigger whenever people tutor or when you cast it for a certain amount, and you get bigger when they search also. So not only are you drawing the same amount of cards as an Archivist would, maybe more because of the cast trigger, right? You enter and draw X half down. You're also getting a Flying Vigilant attacker that gets massive, that can kill Croms and get through Croms and beat people up because it has Vigilance. This card is phenomenal, and I'm very, very excited.
And it's also an infinite outlet.
So if you have infinite mana, you just say, all right, X is, 100, so you draw 50 cards. I can't lose the game. I'm not losing the game. Yeah. You can say more than that, obviously, but
you can say like 150 to be safe.
yeah, then that's 75 cards, right? But you just don't want to deck out because they are force draws. You just win the game with it a lot of the time too, which is like a Thrasios effect, right? You have infinite colorless. Oh, cool. Wan Shi Tong instead of Thrasios in something like Kinnan.
Oh,
That's really good.
it's essentially another. It's treasure bolts. Oh, it's almost like treasure bolt because you're drawing your cards. It's a different. It's a different outlet for Kinnan, I guess.
It's a different outlet, but a much better skill seal or skill ceiling. Sorry,
Value
card
card.
ceiling
Yeah.
than Treasure Vault. Right, Treasure Vault's okay on its own. It's not great. This card is great on its own and also as an outlet.
Yeah.
I'm very very excited for this card, and you can see the price tag is $30 and $67 of something expensive on pre-release.
Yeah, I guess the only argument I'll make is that Archivist of Ogma is not really getting played in Blue Farm.
No.
It barely gets played in TNT and other like white stacks-ish decks or white tempo decks.
And
Yeah.
things that need engines,
Like
basically.
Pivot or stuff like that.
Yeah.
That just needs to draw cards. So that is a white on a colorless for Archivist of Ogma. This is 2 blue,
It is too blue.
which I understand blue cards are typically better because you can pitch them to force as a floor.
Can pitch them to force. That is also relevant. Very relevant.
So I guess my question is, do we actually see Blue Farm playing this, or does this go somewhere else?
I think depending on the Blue Farm list, because a lot of them are on more Necro Naz stuff, like Turbo stuff. Those lists probably don't play it because this doesn't really help them as much.
Agreed.
But the lists that are on more mid-range of like the Bowmaster's, the Opposition Agent, the Dranith, probably play this card because again, it is a very good Timna attacker. It draws a lot of cards. It gets really big and is an outlet. You're not really making infinite mana in Blue Farm very often, maybe ever. But you can also just pay 10 mana over your Tithe and draw 5 cards extra, which is very good. It's kind of like a mini mana outlet to be drawing instead.
It reminds me of a Hydrocrasis from one of the Return to Ravnica.
Hydrocrasis?
It's a green and a blue.
Okay.
It's like a Hydra, which is essentially it has X, and you pay X, and you either draw half of X, and it comes with X 1/1 counters.
Oh, it's either or.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both.
Oh, it's both.
It's like this, but it's like I don't know if it's Hydrocrasis. It's
some kind of Hydra.
It's some sort of Hydra.
Okay.
It used to get played a lot in Standard. Never good enough for Modern, but it was actually a really open, strong card.
That seemed like a very good card.
Yeah.
Again, if that card had Flash, I think we'd be playing it.
That would be true.
That's the other reason this is so good, right? You don't have to do it sorcery speed like a Tivit or not Tivit, a Lotho or something, right? You can just play it whenever you want.
Yep.
Oh, they're searching their library and 2 people have fetches on the stack. I'm not gonna oppo you, but I'll Wan Shi Tong, draw 2 extra cards, Very, very, very good.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say on this, I think Archivist of Ogma has been performing quite well on TNT.
Yep.
So I think this card is also going to do that much better. And it's also like the fact you said it's flying and vigilance. It's also another free Timna attacker.
It's probably
welcome.
It's probably best in TNT because you are on the Timna plan a lot of the time too, but also just trying to get engines down. But I just think this card's gonna be phenomenal, even on its own.
Yeah.
Some
I see
people have
David
made
playing this. I see Marnie's probably playing this.
Pretty much any of the Esper things that want more engines are good. And then I think definitely Kinnan, definitely again TNT, maybe some Blue Farm lists, maybe some. I don't know. I think Rugthrast can play because it's a bird also, so you can.
It's another outlet.
You can be tapping it with what's it called? Flood Caller.
Enduring Vitality.
Yeah, Enduring Vitality. No, I just think this card is a phenomenal card overall.
Okay. All right, let's keep us moving to the next bunker cards.
Oh my gosh.
Which is Badgermole Cub. It's a colorless and a green creature Badgermole. When this creature enters Earthbend 1, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green.
So let's real quick go over Earthbend because a lot of people probably don't know.
This is a cool mechanic.
This is a very cool mechanic. So Earthbend 1 will read, target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. That's still a land. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped.
What happens? Is there any land that sacrifices itself to get a land, Joseph?
What? No fetch lands?
Gasp.
This card is going to be phenomenal, and especially I think Rogthrast decks because not only does it make your creature a land, which ups your guy's cradle count, it also means that thing taps for more mana. And guess what? Has haste. Do you know what you can do to a Dryad Arbor? It can be a creature, again, that doesn't change anything, that taps for extra mana and has haste. And if it dies for some reason, it'll come back. That's a creature.
That's pretty good.
Tapped. There's a lot of really good synergies with Springheart and Entuco here because that creature, or coming back will be a land. Landfall, trigger off an Entuco, you make another body, or you copy the thing you're enchanted on. Very phenomenal. You can also just Earthbend Cradle because then it ups the cradle count. It taps for 1 more because it's a creature, And if it ever dies, it comes back again.
Which is really strong for Cradle.
Very strong. It opens you up a little bit more to even more Boseiju things, but you don't care because it just comes right back. This card's phenomenal.
I think like the floor for this is Earthbend 1, you get a fetch, and then you have an extra land.
Yeah.
Which is really
Right?
that is really strong too.
Immediately. That's phenomenal.
That's actually like really strong. Obviously, there's many more angles, like Joseph was pointing out, when you get into the deep and dirty. Oh my goodness. The deer you get into the weeds of your deck, essentially, like on how it would work with Rock Trust. But like literally the floor is just like you put on a fetch land, you crack the fetch land comes back, and then you have an additional land.
And guess what? It's really good.
That's really strong. That's actually
oh my god.
You can get a dual, essentially a dual land.
And if you earthbend something else, there's other cards that say earthbend. It's not just this one. You can continue to earthbend other things, and then they all tap for extra mana.
No, I think that's
super
really
good.
And we haven't even talked about the fact that again, dorks tap for an additional green.
Yeah. If you have an Enduring Vitality out, that creature taps for anything in a green now.
That's really good.
It's like a Kinnan effect.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Phenomenal.
So I think green is getting a lot of love this set. Hopefully they get rid of not Orc. I guess I have my mixed feelings about Orcish Master in the format. But I feel like green's getting a lot of love this set, and I really welcome that because I think it's one of the weaker colors right now.
I agree. And I think it not necessarily needed it, but this definitely brings it either up to par more or maybe even a little ahead of some other colors. We'll see after the set and some gameplay gets played more. But I think this card will help green a lot.
I think it's honestly worth trying.
Yeah.
And I think if you're not willing to try this card, I think you should think about it at least because again the floor is so good, and the ceiling, like Joseph was pointing out, is actually really strong too.
Again, any Enduring Vitality deck should probably play this because it just means you tap for even more mana for your enduring creatures. That's
plus the other creature you're making too.
Yeah, and the thing has haste, so very good.
Okay. This next card is one that we found today.
Yes.
And Joseph's going to tell us all about it.
I'm excited about this one for sure. This is Toph, Hardheaded Teacher. It is 2, a red and a green. Legendary creature, human warrior ally. When Toph enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. So that effect is kind of like a Eternal Witness effect. You do have to discard, but that seems very good still. And then whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. Remember we just talked about Earthbend?
No.
That's really good. Also, if it was a lesson, put an additional +1/+1 counter on that land. So now, whenever you cast any spell, you're earthbending. That means all of your creatures now, if you have a Cub out, tap for an additional 1, add your guy's cradle count by itself, and if they die, they all come back. If there's somehow a board wipe, a Toxic Deluge, or some kind of board wipe, they all just come back.
And you don't get blown out like you would otherwise. And even with like Conic Rift, you still don't get blown out because they're still lands.
Yeah, they're just lands, so they just stay there. There's really nothing a downside here, because even if it gets exiled, it comes back. There's really, truly no downside to the earthbending your creatures besides the fact that your opponents can steal them. They can Gilded Drake them, I guess. That's it.
No one's wasting that kind of removal.
That's what I mean. I'm like, this
is like super value, essentially.
It's super value.
Going to do anything with it.
And again, you just do it on a fetch land. That fetch land comes back. You get another land. It taps for extra mana. Like, there's no downside in my mind to these Earthbend cards that do it over and over again. The Cub does it once, but has a great static effect. This does it a lot and has a good ETB.
Like a Rock Trust deck, which is obviously why you kind of pointed it out. This just goes bonkers with Rock Trust. Obviously, I think it's only whenever you cast a spell. So
any spell.
Yeah, so it's not even non-creature.
It's not non-creature. It's not creature. It's any spell. You can cast a Mox Opal and you ramp yourself more. Like, I think this card is very good. And again, just came out today for the previews, so I don't see as many people talking about it yet, but I think it will be phenomenal in a lot of decks.
I feel like, I don't know if it's too early to tell, but I think the Earthbend mechanic is the strongest mechanic out of all of them.
Of the 5 or the 4 of them.
4 elements.
Yeah. We can talk about Waterbend. I don't think that one's that good. I don't even know what I don't know what
air or fire
air bending does. Fire bending is the make mana when it attacks, and it stays until end of combat, but it goes away at end of combat. So
very specific decks use that.
Yeah, I definitely think Earthbend is the best of the 4 mechanics as well.
Yeah, I mean our bias is like unbelievable because we're Thrasios players at heart.
But still, like this mechanic.
It's so much. It is super strong. Like I will not argue. Like this is literally super strong. When I found out about the fetch thing, I was like,
oh yeah,
easy include.
Oh yeah,
like oh no, at worst I get an extra fetch. I make a land drop easy.
And you're already on Enduring Vitality, so you're just playing a second Kinnan basically that has better upside by itself. But yeah,
Gas. All
so
right.
good.
I think there's another Toph commander that we actually didn't talk about.
Oh,
that we
yeah.
talked before. Do you remember the name of it? Toph.
I do not. I think looking up Toph will pull it up pretty fast, but maybe not. The right one, yeah, that one.
Okay. Let's
So
talk about this one as well.
we did this on a few previous podcasts, but it is Toph, the first metalbender for 1 red, green, white. Also a legendary creature, human warrior ally. It says non-token artifacts you control are lands in addition to their other types. And at the beginning of your end step, earthbend 2. So some people have talked about this one a lot because of it going basically just infinite with Cradle on 2 and a Candelabra of Tanos. You can continue to untap the Candelabra of Tanos because it itself is a non-token artifact, meaning it's also a land. So you can untap itself, and then any other lands you make that make more than 2 mana, basically. You make infinite mana of that sort of degree, and then just have to find a payoff. This card is very cool, and it's in Naya colors, so you actually have a lot of options, not just restricted.
It's not. I haven't seen a nice strong Naya commander in a while. I don't know if obviously this is going to be super strong. This might be the commander I might be playing on the gameplay. No, I see it. But it's honestly really strong. I think the Earthbend now it's Earthbend for 2.
Yeah. So it gets even bigger, right?
Yeah.
And then you can continue to earthbend other things, meaning you have more cradle count or whatever it may be. Your fetch land, you get another one. No, I think this card is good, and like you said, there's not a lot of good Naya right now. It's basically just Rocco.
Yeah.
Just Rocco, and I wouldn't say
Yeah.
Rocco's the best right now. I think this is a good contender, and maybe some people can break it harder than what we see.
Yeah.
But it definitely is very cool and has like that basically 1-card combo of Candelabra.
Okay, let's keep us moving. We've got Boomerang Basics, MTG Basics All-Star. It is a blue sorcery lesson, which says return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you control that permanent, draw a card. So essentially, you're trying to a sorcery speed sort of bounce something that might be troublesome, or you want to bounce one of your own creatures that maybe has an ETB effect.
Yeah.
Gives you a card. Potentially, it can, I don't know, look to untap some things when it ETBs again.
It also doesn't have to be a creature. Just any non-land permanent. So maybe you're, Candelabra, or your clone that you want to clone something else now, or your opponent's thing that is scary, but you're dealing with it on your turn. I don't think this is necessarily the best card ever, but I think this is a good card to look at because we don't get a lot of these 1-mana bounce effects too often that are good. The last good one was definitely Into the Floodmaw. Besides that, we have like Chain of Vapor, and that's kind of it. Otawara, but like definite 1 mana. Like Otawara can often cost 1 mana, but doesn't always. Again, this is a sorcery, but you also have the upside of just drawing a card if you bounce your own thing, which you can do a lot of the time. So I don't think it's not that bad.
No, get your own Torkoal out of there so you can replay it.
Boom! Look at that.
And
draw a card. Wait, that might kill you.
Awkward. The fact that it's a sorcery makes it much weaker than the other ones that you mentioned, like Into the Floodmaw, Chain of Vapor. Those are instant speed, which is typically where we want to be playing our game plan. But I do think it's something to consider if you're looking for alternatives, ways to bounce or flicker things.
Exactly. And you just being able to cast the thing again, a lot of the times is the effect you're looking for. So not only do you draw a card for a mana, you also get the thing back in your hand that you want to do something else with, right? Okay. Pretty good.
Let's keep us moving to the next card, which is the Unagi of Kyoshi Islan. 3 colorless, 2 blue, legendary creature serpent, flash, ward, waterbend 4. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw 2 cards. And look, we can read what waterbend is.
What? Oh my gosh.
Waterbend. While paying a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifact and creature to help. Each pays for 1 mana. So it's like Convoke, if you will.
It's like Convoke Ward.
Yeah.
Which is very good. Them having 4 creatures and or artifacts up is not going to be the most important thing. You also can't pay mana. You can tap artifacts and creatures. Or wait, can you actually pay mana?
You tap your artifact and creatures to help. I would assume you can.
I assume it just says to help. Okay, so you can probably just pay
fast mana.
But even then, it's Ward 4, right?
It's basically that's what waterbend is, right? Well,
yeah,
not Ward specifically, but that's what the intent of water is, just dumping mana into something.
Paying mana for something, and you can help with other things. This card seems phenomenal in things like Kinnan. You're already going to be spinning into, hopefully, Consecrated Sphinxes and Those kind of effects if you have to spin. This one just you can cash because it has flash. So your opponent has a Tim to draw on the stack for their second card for turn. You go, haha, just kidding. I'd like to draw 2 cards also.
And block your Timna.
And block your Timna because it has flash. Whatever it may be. I think this card is great. It has a high ward cost, which we've seen things like Tivit be very good as a result of having a high ward cost.
Yep.
It is just a 5/5 for 5 with flash, a very good rate, and has a phenomenal thing that's, again, drawing 2 cards. You can draw up to 6 cards extra per turn. That's amazing.
And it's a blue card too.
And it's a blue card to pitch. All of these things I'm just hearing good. And it's a legendary creature, so you can make it uncounterable with Delighted Halfling. You can tap it with Relic of Legends. You can do other things too. This card seems great.
Yeah, I don't know if it replaces Consecrated Sphinx because that card just says win the game if it goes to a rotation essentially.
But I think it's the second one.
It's a really strong one.
Yeah.
And it's much harder to deal with than a Consecrated Sphinx.
Oh yeah. You have to untap, have 5 mana up, Chain of Vapor this, and pay 4.
Spend your whole turn
That
getting
seems
rid of this
bad.
when they can replay it again, essentially.
The only good thing that can help is Thrasios decks can tap their little buddies for 4.
Before an Orcish Bromaster comes and kills their annihilates their board.
Oh, and then you draw 2? Oh, 2 more Booster Pings.
So yeah, good card. We'll see if this one breaks out. This one is one of the ones that I'm kind of doubtful on, just because it is strong.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kinnan is so set on the creatures that they play right now. I think we're seeing a lot of the either Waffles list of just not bad cards Kinnan, and then there's the other list which is a lot of creatures. So I think that one probably lives there, and I wonder if the Waffles list will also run this. The fact that it has flash speed makes me think yes.
That's what
they don't like to tap out.
Like you can do it on another turn, or if you have a Seedborn or something,
Yeah.
you could just do it then. You don't have to do it immediately, like sorcery speed, like a Consphinx, or spin into Consphinx. We'll see. Actually, I do want to talk to Evan about it. I think he's in on this card, but we'll see.
We'll ask Dad.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next one. Just was going to tell us all about it.
Yes. This is Katara's Reversal. It is 2 and 2 blue instant that says counter up to 4 target spells and or abilities. Untap up to 4 target artifacts and or creatures. So this one's a little interesting because I don't know how much it will really see play because it is 4 mana, but I'm interested because it does counter abilities. So what you can do is, let's say there's a big stack war and there's a Mindbreak Trap and some kind of Flusterstorm. Oh, there's a Storm Trigger on the stack. I would like to counter your Storm Trigger so you don't Flusterstorm my whole thing and screw me. Things like that, things like Thassa's Oracle ETBs, things like a Bowmaster Ping, a Ristic Study Draw if their top card matters to you. There's a lot that this does, and also just rituals you because you untap 4. It doesn't have to be artifacts or creatures, so it doesn't untap lands like a lot of the rituals do, but pretty easy to do. Maybe more mana if you have things like Soul Ring and rocks. I think this card could see play in some control decks and is very interesting for what it does. We don't really see a lot of countering abilities in the format.
We don't. The ones that we see are pretty bad, typically.
Yeah. Or I think the best one recently is Louis Sweet Sacrifice, and that one still has a high cost to pay because you're paying either 3 or sacking a legendary. No, I think this card, again, maybe doesn't see the most play, but is very cool, and I do want to talk about it.
I think it's a really cool one. I guess the only downside if it's like your only counterspell, and you're only fighting with 1 counterspell, it feels like that's a really bad. It's a really bad floor for that.
Exactly.
1 for 1. I guess you get to untap a couple things, or I guess 4 things to be specific. But if it's a 1 for 1, if it seems really bad, but if it's like if it's a stack war, I think it's really good.
Because then you counter 4 spells or 4 abilities, and that kind of shuts off the game because no one's expecting you to be able to do that, especially 4 times. That seems pretty cool.
So I think it might be worth looking at it. Like I said, floor's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Blue card to pitch.
Oh, it's a blue card again.
And then the untapping seems really good.
A lot of these cards that we're talking about are blue cards, which
what happens here?
It's kind of indicative of how good blue is.
We haven't talked about that many red cards or black cards or white. Actually,
we
either green or blue.
Any black cards?
No, we haven't.
There's some of the red because of the 2 color, but I don't think it's been a black card.
Yeah. Maybe we didn't really look too hard at the black cards. I just didn't. None of them actually jumped at me.
I didn't see anything that was crazy, at least from that's been released yet.
Yeah.
Or announced yet. Whatever.
Are you saying the Fire Lord Ozai is not good?
No. I don't know. Actually, I'm just kidding.
I don't think it's good. Okay. Let's keep us moving. I think this next section, I think these are all the cards that we wanted to talk about. We might miss some cards last time when we were doing the Spider-Man set review. We completely missed Electron.
Yeah.
and that was a really one of the strongest cards out of the set.
And it's one of my favorite cards.
And it's honestly, yeah, it is a really strong card. So we might miss something. Look at the set; it's really cool.
Yeah.
I know a lot of folks are talking a lot about it. So
there's also just so many cards because there's like 4 sets. There's the regular set, the commander set, the secret guest slot. There's secret layers also. It's just like we're gonna miss some stuff. So apologies in advance.
Which, speaking of a secret or not secret layer, but the guest spots, there's some really, really cool arts or
Oh my
reprints.
gosh. A lot of really cool arts, a lot of really cool reprints. There's also a lot of really bad arts, but that's okay.
Now, one I wanted to talk about Starting Citadel.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That card getting an actual reprint besides I think it was just original and Mystery Booster 2. An actual reprint is very good.
Foil full art. Wizards.
It's gonna be good.
you know my weakness. Add it to the list of cards I need.
You
Joseph.
play Tarnished Citadel?
No, but I might now.
Because it has a foil? That isn't $300.
I don't play cards that I don't own, so yes, I will be playing this card now. I think I don't know why I'm not playing it, obviously, but there you go. Not a good player, obviously.
I like it. No. Don't say that. No, there's a lot of really good reprints here. We can go through some of them.
Imperial Alarm is a card. It's a combo piece.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't see a lot too much anymore.
A lot of tutors got
Yes.
reprints. Rolly Tutor. Oh, it's so awesome. This is great.
Even the Gamble got a reprint. I didn't actually see the Gamble.
Gamble.
Entomb.
Deflecting Swat.
Deflecting Swat.
Fears.
Fierce Rollick.
Deadly
Mystical
Rollick.
Tutor.
Mystical Tutor, yep.
There's also, I think, for Force of
Enlightened Tutor. There's a Force of Negation.
Force of Vigor also.
Did it?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Enlightened Tutor.
E-Tutor's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple cards that are just part of the set.
There's a new Frantic Search, a new Dramatic Reversal, a new Ponder, I believe. There's a lot of good
There's a new
reprints
Ponder,
as well.
correct. Yeah.
Those aren't the full art ones, but are good.
Here's some more.
Fabled Passage is a good reprint, not necessarily for CEDH. But
Captain
a good reprint.
Sitse is a really old CDH commander because you can get a big legendary to your hand.
Yep, and get your Cradle or whatever it may be. Your I guess not to Revy with it, but things that are very good. Not as much here. I think that one was the Ponder.
Ponder.
I think so. Oh, Visions of Beyond. I guess that might be
That's
the
like a
name
draw
for
3
it.
or something like that.
It may be Brainstorm. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. One of those.
Let's see some other cards that Sky Warnings. This is a reprint as well.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people play that.
Similar to the one I was playing, the Uncounterable one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalma got a reprint. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Oh my god, reprint. I think Rending Volley was a good reprint. I don't know if that card had more than one printing, so
No, that's really
I'm
cool.
glad that
Searing
got
Blood.
one. Searing Blood.
Blood Chief's Ascension.
I didn't even know Blood Cheese was such a common. That's cool.
That is actually really cool.
Actual Factual Clone.
Sheesh.
The Clone.
Oh my goodness.
I cast Clone.
all
Like,
the clone.
Which one? Like, no. I cast Clone.
Clone. The clone.
That's interesting. I didn't see that one.
That's a hot art.
It's already steamy in the card. You can see the steam coming off.
That's hot.
Teferi's Protection. Oh,
Training Grounds.
Training Grounds.
Stand still. Let's not look at this card. Let's not look at this
We'll
card.
ignore that one for now. It's fine.
Blasphemous
Act is a good one.
All right, this is we're just gonna talk about Dockside real quick, and then we'll come back to this. This has to be like the biggest middle finger or like insult to injury I've seen.
I was not happy when I saw this. I was like, that has to be fake. Someone definitely made that. And they're like, no, it's in the previews. It's on Scryfall. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
So one of the things happened with this, right? I think the first thing is they had this set plan and all the cards chosen before
while
the
ago.
bans
Yeah.
happened. That's like the first thing that I can think of, which is consistent because there was a point where Avatar was doing a lot of like cross branding with other brands. Like I saw them on Smite, like there were a handful of Smite skins.
Yeah.
So I think that's what might be happening, or the unlikely scenario is that this card is going to see on ban, which I don't see that happening.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't necessarily want it or not want it to, but I don't think it will. I think it just changed too much too fast when it did get unbanned. Or getting banned. So it getting unbanned would mean everything changes so fast again.
Yeah.
You kind of go back to the I wouldn't say hell meta that we were in, but the Dockside meta for sure. And it wasn't the most fun. It was cool, but it wasn't the most fun.
It's just my thoughts like, why would you keep this card, Wizards? Like,
Yeah.
just get another random red card and change it. Like,
No, absolutely no one plays this in things like Legacy and Vintage. I don't know what Oathbreaker is, but I assume it's not played. And then the one format you really could play it was Commander, and it is banned. So there's no reason for this card to exist as a
Yeah.
reprint.
this is a little insult, but
Yeah.
okay. Like I said, it's likely that they probably picked a set beforehand and then they just had to like.
They do have very far in advance
They do.
planning for sets, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. Sometimes it's, again, multiple years. It's not just like a year. It's like multiple years planning, especially with something like a crossover. I bet Final Fantasy took forever to plan, similar to how this one did. It's very, very interesting. The more you like look into like the deep depths of Magic, there's a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, keeping us moving. I feel like some of these are new cards. At least I have not seen some of them
Those
before.
ones aren't.
Keep
A
us
lot of
moving.
them are just old.
Soul Ring, Arcane Signet,
Oh, okay.
Agent of Treachery, Swiftfoot, Recuperation, Bribery. That's funny.
There's that Toph.
There's that Toph.
Mm,
Okay,
Eldamri's Call is a good one.
that is a good one. Is this thing in the eyes? No, this
That's
is Dark Death.
Yeah.
That's funny. Heroic
For
Intervention.
casuals, Heroic
Yeah.
Intervention.
This is a casual EDH card.
The stupid. Oh my god, this one makes me mad.
Cruel Doodle.
It looks so bad.
It looks
I-
really bad.
it
Oh my
looks
god. Oh my
So
god.
bad.
I feel like some of these are like, look at Katara's reversal. That is such a cool art.
That's awesome.
And then look at this.
And then they just like slapped a random PNG from I guess the TV show on it, and they're like, good enough.
No,
It's not a good PNG. It's like a bad one.
they took a snipping tool.
Yeah. They're like, let me think the stupidest
YouTube.
thing I could put on this
This is
photo.
wild.
Zoom it in as much as humanly possible, and then slap it on a
I think the frustrating part is like Wizards is such a large company that they can afford to pay artists.
100%.
And the fact that they're doing this is such like an insult to like everybody.
And there's so many other cards that got art, right? That
Yeah.
could have been the same as this, but aren't.
I understand. Like again, it is expensive. Like look at this Azula art.
That's great.
It's beautiful.
That's amazing. Yeah. And again, like you said, it'll cost money for all these artists. That's not what we're saying. We don't want it to necessarily cost as much money as it possibly can. It's just this is kind of stupid. Things like that one.
Well, they're gonna make so much more money too out of
Yeah.
the set. Like,
Oh yeah.
come on, Watsy.
Mystic Remora.
Mystic Remora.
Oh
That's
my
a good
gosh.
one. That's a pretty one.
I actually like that. I think I might have to get a.
I might
Foil
replace mine
those.
of this one. Man, my list to you keeps getting bigger, Joseph. Oh jeez. I think the last one I want to show is Force of Negation, which is one of the first cards I ever spoil.
That
Force
one.
of
There it is.
And like Great Hench also, but Force of Negation. This is like this. It looks like a snipping tool, which it is like a snipping tool. I mean,
Yeah.
like I feel like you could have done better, but it's still pretty Force of Negation art, in my opinion.
The art itself looks good from the TV show. It's not like the art itself looks bad from the TV show, like the stupid face. I think, again, like we were saying, that some of it could be done a little bit better, but at least this one has good art, so I'm not as mad about it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say.
I think that's all the Avatar things we were going to talk about today.
I think so too.
Some really cool arts, some really cool cards. I think there's obvious bias from our end, but
Yeah.
those are the cards.
Oh, I didn't actually. Can we pull up? There's a 030 wall.
Oh, I've seen that one. That got spoiled today too.
That one I'm not gonna say is a good card by any means, but it's a funny card.
It's a funny haha card.
It is a 030 for 8 mana, and it is legendary, so you can play it as your commander.
Ooh. Is that in the main set?
I do believe so.
See if
It is a
gets
colorless
spoiled
one,
today.
so I don't know if you'd have to go.
I genuinely think I got spoiled
colorless.
today. It's like the Busting Say wall. Here it is.
The Walls of Bossing Say. A defender with 030, that is 8 mana. Other permanents you control have indestructible. That part is actually great. Everything else is indestructible is a very strong keyword. But, I mean, you're paying 8 mana for it, so.
I think this probably gets played in a casual defender deck.
The
and this is
Walls
a
deck?
beater. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is like that dragon. I think there's a dragon that makes all your like defenders lose defender or something to
Oh,
that
yeah.
extent.
I think you can also just play this as a commander. It'd be funny. You only play walls and then just like win
Colorless
conditions.
walls.
Yeah, colorless win conditions. Like, I don't know, big infinite mana ballista, but the rest of it is just like, you can never attack me. I have a 030 and a 012. Good luck.
I am a pillow fort.
Yeah. Oh, you have flying? Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways.
Let us know in the comment section down below if we missed any avatar cards. I think we definitely probably missed a few of them.
Yeah.
So please let us know. Maybe we missed a really strong black card that we just overlooked. So let us know in the comment section down below. But now we go to the part of the podcast that we truly enjoy.
The TNT corner.
The TNT corner, which is keeps changing because Joseph is going through a midlife crisis.
I'm not
What's going on, Joseph?
consistent with decks right now. I just keep swapping around. So I don't have a real, besides I'm playing a lot of Raw. We talked about that a lot. I don't really have a real other deck that I'm super interested in right now. I think I was saying a little bit to some friends and to Raul here, and probably going to be swapping to Kinnan somewhat soon, maybe based on some of these cards from Avatar. I think it might be in an even better position than it already was. So we might test around. We might swap it around. We'll see. But
Have you ever played Blue Farm?
No.
Have you ever been interested to play Blue Farm?
No.
I've played it once in my life, and it's like
I've never played a game on Blue Farm.
Yeah, I think my first actual Blue Farm game was last weekend, and I mulled to 3, and I did nothing.
What'd you keep?
2 lands and a fellow Warstone. It was a Timna plan.
Ugh.
That was 4th seed too.
Oh
Yeah, I was like, I might as well. It sounds right. I should get punished for playing this deck.
yeah. I don't have any reason I want to play it. I know it would be good if I play it. I don't need to prove anything playing Blue Farm. That doesn't help me. I want to play prove myself doing other decks and having
Challenge.
fun.
Well, it's not to say Blue Farm's not challenging, but it's a very like not linear deck, but it has a very defined plan.
Yeah.
Just draw cards, draw more cards.
Wow, draw cards win the game or turn 2 win. Okay, that's pretty easy to do. I don't know. The lines aren't that hard as nearly as hard as something like Rogsai in my mind. So, and
Sure.
I've done that a lot. So I'd rather not. All right, let's look at your deck, Raul.
My deck has not changed too much. The only thing that's going to change soon is going to be adding the Cabbage Merchant and the Mole out. I don't know what cards I'm going to take out for it because I think the deck is in a really good place right now. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. I've top 4 out of locals like back to back to back to back, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Watch me get wrecked now for saying that.
He's been very consistent with it, and for a long time too, not just recently.
So I'll have to think about which cards to take. Maybe I'll get some coaching from Joseph. And
can you cut Grim Monolith? Is that a reason?
I was thinking about it, but then my artifact count goes low.
Yeah,
but I also don't use Grim Monolith.
Merchant.
That's true.
It'll up your cabbage.
So this might be Cabbage Merchant, and then I need to find another one for the green one.
Yeah, I think
and the
your
blue
deck
one.
is very pip heavy. So
gosh, I have to
and the blue one.
I have to find 3 spots because I'm not taking Archivist out. I feel Archivist has also won me games.
Yeah,
because it just draws me cards.
It'll never get removed.
No, people aren't gonna kill it.
Never. I don't know.
So I'll have to think about cards that I need to take out. I'll have to like the hardest part of deck making is taking cards out for me. And it's like, oh, this card means so much to me. Like I can't take out my Mockingbird. It's good. Noble Hyrix too good.
It's not easy.
Yeah. So I'll let folks know what I do, but that is kind of it. D&T has been feeling great.
Good.
And I am really enjoying playing it. But I think that's it for us today, Joseph.
Yeah, we went over the cards we want to do. We went over the tournament we're going to coming up, and did our giveaway. So
our giveaway. So yeah, thanks folks for watching. If you won the giveaway, don't forget to reach out to us in any form or way. We're not scary. You can literally send us a message and we'll respond to you.
We want to get you your dual lands.
Yeah,
that's the thing we want. So please
take my money.
Yeah, literally.
Thanks everyone for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.